Hi everyone, welcome back to the Lightworkers. Today we have Mansi with us, and she's here to share her nuggets of wisdom and her story. So, welcome, Mansi. How are you?
I am good. I'm perfectly good. How are you?
Good, good. So,
Thank you
Mansi,
for inviting me and giving me a
yeah,
chance to be there on your platform. Really grateful.
we're also very grateful for you to be here. Why don't you start with just like a quick introduction on, what your healing journey has been, and maybe also talk a little bit about, the different modalities that you practice.
Yeah. So I've been in healing space from past 2 years, officially you can say. But I've always been pulled to these energies right from my childhood, but was never, privy to them or knew that it is something of that energy work or something. And I'm a sound meditation facilitator, inner child healer, Reiki master, and a graphologist. Graphology I do
Wow.
not practice much now, but yes, actively doing other three things. So, yes, healing happened not by choice, but it just happened due to, it was a divine calling, you can say. So, I came
Wow.
into this field. I am a CS lawyer by profession.
Mm-hmm.
So always corporate was a choice, but I kept
Yeah.
falling ill after every promotion or after like any good thing happens in a corporate, I used to always fall in. And the
Wow.
major blow came when we moved to Bangalore, and I was again looking out for something good in my career and all. And I went through an ectopic surgery. It was a life-threatening surgery, and that's the time I was thinking that there is something more to it. It has to have something is different. So then I came onto this Reiki path, and I told my facilitator, I don't just want to take Reiki, I want to learn Reiki. I'm very pulled to learn Reiki now. So that's where my journey started. And during learning Reiki, my facilitator told me, just open your Instagram account. I think you are meant for something different. Just open on, she had given me a date that is 12th April 2022. She said, just open your Instagram account. I was clueless. I was like, okay, I'll open. And my life has never been the same. And touch wood, I've never fallen ill after that. Means cough and cold and all is okay, but the major illnesses that I used to have, I've never fallen ill. And people started coming in. I started giving good results, and I was shocked, like how. I was not understanding how is it happening. That in just a
Mm.
span of few months, how can I just give deliver so good results? In 2 years, I've seen around more than 100 clients. I don't know how.
Wow.
So it's just, as I said, it's been a divine calling, and it had to
Mm.
happen. And I'm so happy I'm here today in this
Mm.
space. So that
Wow.
way.
So mostly you practice Reiki, then Mansi?
I practice Reiki, inner child healings, and sound mostly, all three.
Most.
And during my inner child healings, also, I try to include Reiki and sound both for my inner child
Hmm.
healings.
So how do you do that? Like, can you walk us through that, Mansi? Because I know inner child healing can be done distantly, also Reiki can be done distantly, but then how do you integrate sound, meditation in it?
Yeah, sound can also be done distantly.
Ah,
It can
okay.
happen via Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
I have Tibetan singing bowls, crystal bowls, and many other sound instruments. So
Mm-hmm.
just like right now we are speaking, it happens distantly. After 3 sessions of inner child healings, one session I keep exclusively for sound, so that the client is able to absorb in all the energies, and changes are created at vibrational level also. So that is
Wow.
why after every 3 sessions, I hold a sound session for them. So healings take place at all different levels in your body that way.
So can you tell us a little bit more about the three levels, and then also how sound vibrations, are there different vibrations that are there for different health issues or maybe different issues? So how does that work?
No, basically, what's a good thing about sound is it directs itself to the place where the healings are required the most. So
Mm.
many a times clients just walk in and they tell me that I've come in just for peace, for just rest. And during
Mm.
sound sessions, they after the sessions they come and tell me I had a stomach pain. And as soon as the sound healing started, I started feeling that pain in my
Mm.
stomach. And now after the session, this stomach pain is gone. So it directs itself automatically to those areas. And
Mm.
during the sound session, what happens is different vibrations and frequencies. So right now I have 7 bowls, and each bowl is attuned to the frequency of every chakra. So these bowls are
Mm.
played, yeah. So these bowls are played around you, around your body, and your what happens is sympathetic response. Your body gives a sympathetic response. It oscillates itself to match to those higher frequencies that are played around you. And when that happens, automatically in that process, body gets pushed into a mode of healing where it starts
Mm.
absorbing those higher frequencies. So that way, a sound is it is intuitive. You can say sound healings are very
Mm.
much intuitive, and there is very less of speaking. Of first is the pranayams and all I take, and then clients just lie down and the sounds are played around them. And plus,
Mm.
there are om bells, there are gongs, there are different instruments. There are planetary gongs also. I don't use them right now, but there are planetary
Mm.
gongs which play the frequencies of different planets. So that's why healings are done on various levels in your body. So if there are some
Mm.
planetary issues going on, that will be taken care of. Because many times what happens, we ourselves don't know where the block is.
Mm.
Clients themselves don't know that what is that one part in them that is hurting the most. They're clueless. They know that something is wrong with me, but where it is wrong, they don't know. So in that
Right.
case, sound helps them to direct themselves. So once it is understood now that here the major blocks are, then we can, proceed with other healings to release those blocks from that areas. So
Mm.
that way, yeah.
So, Mansi, how does a typical healing session look like? So, when people come, do they come for just one session, or do they come for like a series of three, four sessions? And so if you could walk us through that.
Yeah. So one session is enough. Actually, you know what happens? Uh, During sound sessions, when you take one session, the energy stay with you for the next 3 4 days. So people who come exclusive for relaxing and all, for them one session is okay. But people who come with health issues, I recommend them at least to have a one session at least in 14 days. Every
Mm.
14 days keep having sessions so that the energies keep on working. They keep on directing themselves to those areas, and slowly steadily changes start happening, because overnight changes are not possible with any modality. That is what I feel. You
Yeah.
need to go dig deeper, go into deeper levels. And secondly, what happens after 2 or 3 levels sessions, resistance starts coming in from the client side because they don't want
Mm.
healing, becomes very uncomfortable at that time.
Mm.
So to surpass that, I recommend uh, to have at least 2 sessions in a month compulsorily for people who are having some major issues. That
Yeah. Yeah. And then you also said you are a graphologist, but you don't practice. So, can you tell us a little bit about that? What is it, and why did you get interested in that?
yeah. So this again has a story. Like all my healing modalities have a story linked to some of my illnesses that I've. So I
Yeah.
had this abdominal tuberculosis had been detected with.
Mm-hmm.
So that time I was at home and was on bed rest, but I was thinking that I'll do something. So that time graphology came into my life, and graphology is the study of your handwriting. So through the your handwriting, your entire personality, your blocks, your past, whatever many of the things that you've gone through in your past, everything is reflected in through your handwriting. Because handwriting is a brain writing. See now, like when I'm angry, my strokes are bound to come differently.
Mm.
We write it in a complete different way when we are angry. We write it in a very different way when we are happy. So our strokes are completely governed by your brain. What emotions you're going through, what is driving you inside. All that is comes on the paper, and
Mm.
you can go deep into the person's life just by reading few sentences of him. So that way.
So you said handwriting is brain writing. Can you just shed some more light on it? How? Because I know in inner child healing as well, there is a left hand writing. So it's very
Mm,
interesting to understand how that works. So
yeah,
if you can kind
correct.
of explain. Mm.
Yeah. So as I told you, uh, handwriting, what happens whenever you're writing something, many people tell me that, my handwriting keeps on changing over the period of time. My handwriting has changed. But that does not happen. Your basic strokes remain the same. Your
Mm.
basic strokes, and plus what happens in handwriting analysis, many other things are, seen. That is the way you make your write your eyes, the way you stress on the dots here and there, the way you just strike while writing. Some people have the put a lot of pressure while writing. Some people write it very lightly. So the pressure you put, the way your sentences are framed, the way, if suppose, and first of all, this handwriting samples are taking on a blank paper. Just like it is a representation of your life. Your life is a blank paper. So this is your representation. So from where do you start writing? Some people start writing from the extreme left, that they don't leave any
Mm.
margins, and go till the right side, like they just, like, now the paper is not left to right. That's why they have to go on the second line. So that
Right.
way, so there are many things that you understand through a person, how the person is writing. Some people writings are very small, that you
Mm.
can't even understand what they've written. Some people are very easygoing. Their writings are very large and good. So many things are taken into account, and you understand the core personality of a person, how he is, what is he thinking at this moment, what all has he gone through, what are his core personality traits. All that
Mm.
you understand. You understand criminal shades also in a person's handwriting. If this a person is a liar, is this a person a manipulator, right? All
Mm.
that you understand. For simple, if I say, some people write an I, the small I, and they'll the dot that we put over there, they'll make it a very big dot. Have you seen some people? The dot is so
Right.
enlarged over there that you understand this person loves himself a lot,
Mm.
a lot. This person is
Right.
in love with himself a lot, and
Mm-hmm.
like I told you about this the
So
writing that goes.
in
Yeah,
love, in the
tell me.
sense like being narcissistic or actually like in a healthy way?
Healthy way, yeah, healthy way.
Mm,
And it
mm,
also depends
mm.
on how much it is enlarged. Sometimes
Right.
this much is okay. Sometimes it's just so big that it is calling in for attention. That look at me. I exist over here.
Mm,
Look at me. So then you understand
nice.
that something is going on behind this.
Mm-hmm.
That there is some reason why, because this is not normal. While writing, if you're just stopping and drawing it in such a big way, it is calling for
Mm,
attention. Or some people are very artistic while writing. The S
mm-hmm.
and the T's and all, they'll make some arrows here and there and all. I understand a
Mm,
lot. Even when, like I told you about the paper, the people who go to so extreme right, they don't understand where to stop. They don't see that end is coming. They'll just bump into things. So,
interesting. So,
yeah.
is there a difference in terms of because I remember when I mean growing up, my handwriting was really bad, and then
Mm,
in school maybe I don't know which class they taught us cursive writing, and then I kind of
mm,
moved from how I was like I never made files properly or like whatever F's, and then after
yeah.
cursive I think it changed. So you're saying it
Mm,
didn't really change, but the underlying thing remained the same. Hmm.
yeah. Underlying remains the same. Your
Hmm.
basic nature, your basic emotions always remain the same, irrespective of however angry you are.
Mm-hmm.
See, it is like it is your own blueprint. How much ever I try, I cannot write like you.
Mm.
If even if I tell you to write a paper and I just merge it around in 100 other samples, you will tell me that this is not my writing, this is my writing. You'll not get confused with any other person's writing. You will know that this handwriting belongs to me. It is so unique to you. Everyone's handwriting is very unique. How sometimes it might feel that two handwritings are same, but if you give it a closer look, you can always understand. Even your loved ones, you know the way they write.
Mm.
You understand from the writing that this my husband has written, this my daughter has written. You can understand. So everyone has their own unique handwritings.
So, Mansi, what about people who copy, and then they copy the signature, copy, sometimes
Yeah,
the handwriting.
that
So
copy.
how?
Yeah, that you can understand. Copy किया है करके.
Mm,
Because
mm,
see, while you're doing your own signature, the flow is different. And when I'm copying your signature, the flow is different. I have to stop, I
mm,
have to understand. There are little breaks in between. I have to be very
mm.
cautious while, making those turns, twists, the way pattern you follow. I have to be
Yeah.
cautious, and that reflects. Kitna bhi tum,
Mm,
every day you practice someone's signature, still there will be some differences. And if you have observed, even while making your own signature, every time it is little different.
mm.
Every time the signature is different. So the original,
Yeah.
you can understand that this is not the original. Because if the person who's copying will always make the same signature. Suppose I'm copying your signature, I'll always be cautious
Right.
that Anisha's signature is the same. I'll try to make the same signature always on all the papers. But if it is Anisha
Mm.
herself, she will little here and there it happens.
Change. I change it
Yeah,
so
little
many
change.
times that sometimes my bank also tells me that it's not matching.
Correct.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
So,
that happens.
mm,
So that way
interesting.
you
So,
understand.
So what if, like I know inner child healing and sound, bathing and all, it's very solution oriented, right? Like it's intuitive, whatever people come with. So with
Hmm.
this kind of a modality, like a graphologist or like graphology, do you then what's the solution if you kind of get what's the nature or personality of a person, and if there is some sort of improvement, what happens there?
Hmm. See, basically what happens here, suppose some strokes, we give them strokes. That F has to be written this way. Or if a person is very restricted in his behavior, we give them the writing to, just let your hand loose. Like, make bigger strokes. Make them write a lot that give this strokes, that strokes. Or with now, since I am in inner child healings and also, I give them many other things also that you
Mm,
can do some chantings, you can come for inner child healings. This is shown very predominantly in your character. So I try to go to the roots. From where is this coming? From where is this anger coming in your handwriting? It is showing so
yeah.
evident that you are a very angry person. So what is happening? Earlier, when I was not into this, I just used to give them simple exercises, but now I try to merge it with my other
Mm,
healing modalities and ask them, let's try this, let's try that, let's go to the
yeah.
root and let's heal this. So that way.
Wow, that's very interesting. So then, just overall, Mansi, like you've told us about your, various stories about different health issues. So having integrated healing in the last 2 years, how do you like what's the insight or wisdom that has come in, especially around health or diseases? Because people get very, like their lives basically stop, right? If there is a health
Yeah,
issue, and then everything
correct.
revolves around that. So, like, is there something that you want to tell people, like, first of all, what to look for, and then how to come out
Mm.
of it as well? Yeah.
Ishan. See, one thing I can say is I've gone through many health issues. Anything, just don't give up on yourself. That I can say. It's not an end. During when I got TB, it was not getting detected. So earlier doctor came and told me that it might be TB. So I was praying that it should not be TB. Then afterwards, doctor came and told me nothing is getting detected. It can be cancer. And then I was praying it should be TB. It should not be cancer. So, sometimes you don't get good and bad choices, you get bad and worse choices. Okay, I'll choose this bad. But one thing I can say is don't lose on yourself. People, what happens is detect, suppose today, right now, at 8 o'clock, I've got detected for TB. Till 7:55, I'm very good. Once I understand I've got TB, from there, everything I lose. I become so this that
Mm,
I've become very weak now. I cannot do anything. I need help. That this that sets in.
mm,
Accept that you've got TB. It's okay, but don't lose your
yeah,
power immediately. Because
yeah,
once people understand, that's when that disease starts overpowering you. Don't do that. Don't let
yeah.
that disease immediately overpower you. You have tools within yourself to heal yourself, and the best tool is your mind. Don't let it,
Mm,
use it wisely. It can be a weapon. It can be used in both the ways. It can harm you and it can, take you out of worst of the situations.
mm,
So don't let it overpower you. I know that it sometimes it just feels very heavy that I'm going to go through this. But let it
mm-hmm,
not pull you down so much that you are so consumed by the disease completely. Uh,
mm-hmm,
Use your willpower, use your techniques, ask for help. That I can always say, that ask for help. Go out
mm-hmm.
and tell people that I need help. Nowadays, there are so many things available.
Yeah.
Along with medicines, there are so many alternative therapies that are available. Go to the root of it and understand why is this. And don't get into that, pity state or, oh my God, why have why am I going through this? There are so many people
Yeah.
around the world. Why am I
Yeah.
going through
Yeah.
this? Don't do that. I always
Yeah.
feel that
Yeah.
come out of it. Come out of it. Then cry. Then sit and cry the whole day that you made it,
Mm,
that I came out of it. Till then, just be a warrior on your foot and tell that disease every day that I'll not let you overpower me. I have
mm,
all the tools needed and I can anytime. And secondly, I always feel that I have done that. I've never left spirituality in any of my this. You need
mm-hmm.
that, some divine force or something that is bigger than you. You need to
Yeah.
be in touch with that. And that so beautifully guides you through everything. And it
Mm-hmm.
really creates miracles in your path. Sometimes, it is so impossible, otherwise, you feel that it's not possible to come out of it. But when you're in touch
Mm,
with the divine powers around you now, something happens. People come out of nowhere, they come to help
yeah.
you, situations turn. So don't
Mm-hmm.
stop believing in things and higher things, divine things, whatever everyone has a different belief system, but believe in
Yeah.
something that I feel. Believe in something.
Yeah. Yeah. That actually goes beautifully, weaves into the next question about faith. So, how important is faith in your life, and what role has it played?
Very important. I live on faith, you can say. I live
Mm,
on faith. I feel faith. Faith has to be, as I told you. You should understand, however you feel that humans are the most powerful people on this earth. It's not that way.
mm,
It's
mm,
not that. You are not
mm,
that almighty and that all, powerful person. No. There are many
mm,
things that are governing you, and you should have faith in everything that there is something beyond me and there is some power that is beyond me which will, pull me through any situation. And you should have that
mm.
childlike faith that I feel. Like small children have all over their parents. They always have that
Yeah.
faith, right? That my mother is there, my father is there. I need not
Yeah.
worry. They
Yeah.
do their own part and they have that faith. So I feel that you should have that childlike faith. And I've always had in all situations. Maybe diseases, maybe other life situations. I've always had that. And when you have that faith, you have something to always hold on to in life. That
Yeah.
some place that you cannot see it, you cannot understand it, but there you have that something to hold on to which will, you know, take you through these situations. So
Yeah.
faith is
Yeah.
very important for me. Yeah.
And have you been able to tap into it, when there were difficult times, Vansi, or has it been Like, is there a practice that you follow where, be it a good day or a bad day, you're still kind of practicing something? Or is it like, when it's, of course, when there's despair, then, people do tend to,
Yeah.
move in that direction.
Yeah, there are practices like there are one or two gurus that I follow ardently. So I always have been following them, and it may it be in good times, or may it be in bad times, both the ways. And especially when I'm in bad times, I just go there and sit in front of them in their mandirs. I just
Yeah.
go and sit there when, in odd hours when no one is there, and I sit there and just cry it out. And then tell them that I am not able to take this, and please help me out now, and please bail me out of this. And it
Yeah.
works. And it has always worked. I just sit
Mm,
there and give surrender. Surrender is the key. That is just surrender into it and those powers that I really am not able to take this. This is very bigger than me, and it is really hurting now. And please
mm.
take care. So it has always worked. It's
So for
that way.
people, Mansi, who don't understand what surrendering really means, I mean, I've had so many guests, they've had their versions of surrendering. So I would love to know, what surrendering means to you, and like how do you even deal with clients, when they're like in big, like, dire issues. So how do you
Mhm.
help them, via surrendering?
Okay. So basically, surrendering for me is like having 100% faith. Like earlier, I told you, childlike faith. Like just like a child surrenders. I feel that is what is surrendering with your entire heart and your entire. Not, I feel I should not have my me inside me now. I should have so much trust over something that I have faith in. So much trust that I'll give up all of my logical brain that how is this going to happen? Is it even possible? Is this even scientific? Even not even inch of doubt that I am taken care of. The universe is there by my side, not against me. It's not working. Definitely, our universe is not working against me. However, right now I might not feel that because I'm in very, you know, wrong situations right now. I may not feel that way, but it is
Mm-hmm.
definitely not working against me. It is definitely working for me. And just give in, because you are not able to do anything else, right? You're not with
Yeah.
your logical brain, with your, all that doubtful brain, and with your scientific brain, you're not coming out of that situation. You're still there,
Yeah.
in the loop. You're just going on. So once try that. Just put your brain aside. For my clients also, I tell them just give your brain a break. Send it out for coffee. Let it also roam out for some time, and just drop into your body for next 45 minutes. Just believe me. And after the session, we can talk on logic that how did this happen. So just give it a break for some time. It's been working for so long, whole day. It has to work again after this 45 minutes. So for next this 45 minutes, give it a small break, send it out for coffee, and let's meet again after 45 minutes, and then let's talk. So once that
But
client gives up that break,
yeah. Yeah.
it creates
Sorry.
wonders for them.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
But
So
so
once
how
it
do you like make peace with, sorry, like this surrendering or like trust when, like, if you have an health issue or you have an accident or something, and you are in the surrender mode and you trust. So how do you make peace with, it's not like ups and downs will not happen in your life, right? But like if something happens, then like how do you make peace with that and move forward and think that this was kind of divine's will?
Yeah. So one thing is, I don't know exactly how I do it, but I have been doing it. When I was small, also, na, I don't know how. I used to always, whenever there was some problems in the house, I used to tell my mother, "Mommy, I am magic. I'll create magic. Don't worry. Things will be okay." I don't know why. I used to always tell this. So I had this faith right from my childhood that everything will be okay, that everything is taken care of, and everything will be fine. And still I have it. I don't know why. I still have it. I don't break easily. I don't break only in situation. As I told you, I'll cry after the situation is gone. I'll sit and cry for, like 1 day, 2 days, I'll just cry that I'm out of it. But till the
Yeah.
situation is gone, I just gather strength. And as I said, uh, I have that, I call him Swami, Guru, that I follow. And I'm so into it that he's there. I don't know. I never asked for that proof if he's really there or not there. But I always
Yeah.
feel that he's there. I
Yeah.
feel his presence always. I just keep on taking his name. And people have, showed up in all the situations, always. There were times when I had no money, and people like, when Gaurav, right?
Yeah.
Gaurav Dutta. he- People have just come up and they have told me that don't worry about money right now. We'll just go through this first and
Mm-hmm.
we'll see what happens. So yeah, so I think it plays a big part. And I think like every other practice, this is also a practice which takes
Yeah.
time to build. Faith takes time to build.
Yeah.
So the more you practice it with your clean heart and just giving it a try, it
Yeah.
works.
Yeah. And then, Mansi, with clients who do not really trust or don't know the process that you make them go through, do
Mm.
they still see results? Is it still
Yeah,
possible for them to see results? Mm.
yeah. Till that, I don't think so. I've got any client did not see results. So they do see
Nice.
results.
Wow.
As I
So
told
how
you,
do
I tell
you?
them,
Yeah.
prep them before the session. That as I told you, I tell them, send your brain out for some time, please. Please, for
Yeah.
next
Yeah.
45 minutes, give it to me. And let's see. I tell them, you have been in a problem for many years. You have been romanticized with this problem. You love this problem. I don't know that. But let's see
Yeah.
from other perspective and other way if it is working out. If it does, then it's okay. Even if it
Yeah.
does not, you are still happy where you are. You're enjoying the problem. So let's see. So they do enjoy. And secondly, there was some clients who then came and told me that I cannot give up this pain. I cannot give.
Mm.
This is my identity. I cannot give up. Earlier, I used to feel very guilty that I'm not able to help this client, that
Mm.
this person is not healing. But
Mm.
then eventually, I started making peace with it that we cannot heal everyone. Not possible. There are divine timings, there are divine, callings that have to be honored. If it
Yeah.
is written in that way, it will happen. If it is not, it cannot.
So can you talk a little bit about that aspect? Because that was going to be my next question. Like, can everyone be helped? And you answered it. But what about um people? So is it true then that people's situations cannot always be changed? Or if they
I
want,
always
it
feel
can
that.
be.
Yeah, I see what I feel is healings is always a two-way street. It
Okay.
is never that only the healer. Likewise, when you go to the doctors, if they are prescribing you certain medicines, you're not taking it, then it is not doctor's responsibility to heal you. Definitely. Doctor can prescribe things. Same are with the healers. We can hold space for them. We can give them the
Mm.
tools by which they can heal. But it is a two-way street. You should equally participate in your healings. If you're not participating in your healings, if you don't have trust over the healings, even if you're not opening up yourself for healings, then it becomes a little difficult. Energies do work. Whether you like it or you don't like it, energies do work on you. But if you are constantly pushing it away from your body, then it becomes little difficult. So I feel you cannot help everyone. You can help only the people who are ready. That timing
Mm.
has come for them to move to the next level finally. Till then, I feel you have to honor everyone's choices. If they want to heal, it's okay. If they don't want to heal, it's again okay. That's why I feel it's a two-way street.
So then, are people addicted to suffering?
Yeah, I feel they are. As I told you, that it becomes their identity, right? It
Mm.
becomes a story, their underlying story that they want to repeat and tell every day to every person. That is how they have
Mm.
lived. their life for so many years. It is not a conscious choice to be addicted to suffering. Everyone wants to get out of sufferings, but subconsciously, we don't know that we are addicted to it. We are liking it. Somewhere, it is giving some secondary benefits to us, and we are not aware of it. The secondary benefits that we are getting out of this any situation. So I feel that, yeah, suffering is a choice. I always feel suffering is a choice.
Do you have a story, maybe, Mansi, that you can, use to explain this point further? Because I think people feel very resistant when they listen to this and they're like, this is not true. But I've seen myself over the years, people using this to because they're receiving some sort of benefits. So, and they don't want to
Mm.
admit to it. But have you seen such people or have any stories that you can share so that people kind of understand this concept?
Yeah. See, like I told you, I had a client in between who had a severe back pain. Okay. So, whenever things used to start moving for this client, what is to happen? The client is to again fall sick. Again, fall
Mm,
sick. Again, the back pain is coming back. Again, things are moving, and he's feeling good, enjoying life and everything. Again, he's to do something like this, and again, he's to come into this trap. So I spoke to his family members, and the family members said that this has been the pattern for this person. Okay.
mm,
Whenever
mm.
this happens, even with the doctors, whenever this person goes to the doctors and the medicine starts working, this person will stop either taking the medicine or tell us that the doctor is not good. I don't want to go to the doctor. Okay. So earlier I used to feel that there's something going wrong. No, something is falling short in my healings. I used to feel. But then when I observed that this person's pattern is there, and
Mm,
when the family members confirm that this happens over and over time, when with respect to doctors also, the moment the medicines start working, this person will stop taking medicines. Whereas this person himself wants to come out of this. Definitely he wants to come, does not want this back pain. But whenever the
yeah.
back is started healing, what is happening is coming back to this place. What was happening
Mm,
is he wanted his family to be around him always, which he knew that if my back becomes all right, what will happen? Everyone will move on to their own places, and I'll have to be on my own, taking care of my own self. So
mm,
that is why, you know, as I told you, it was not a conscious choice. Definitely no one wants to suffer. Back pain is not easy to carry every day. But
yeah.
subconsciously, these things were coming up. That if I
Mm,
heal, then my children will go away and I'll have to be on my own. And at this age, I don't want to be on my own. It is right now, everyone is with me. I'm liking this. So that way, I feel that suffering is a choice. So
mm,
when spoken deeply to to people, that time they understand that this is what is hampering. This is what I'm
yeah.
attracting unconsciously. So that is why I'm not getting healed.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
plus, this happens. And also, there are many people whom you can tell that there is a choice. You can heal. There is a choice. You can come out of this, but they don't want to exercise that choice. They
Mm,
bluntly refuse. They're like, no. It is not about money also. They have money. They have resources. They have everything. But they don't want to heal. They'll give you all the excuses. They'll come up with every excuses, but they'll not heal. They'll sit in the same
mm,
place every day. Just tell the same story to themselves. And why they are not able to go. They have 10,000 excuses. If I have to make, I get 10,000 reasons for not doing certain things. Wherein
mm,
it is not true. So in both the cases, I feel sometimes it reasons are very apparent. It is a very conscious choice of yours that I don't want to heal. And sometimes it
yeah.
is an unconscious choice. Both the ways.
Yeah. Mm. So then, in your journey, Mansi, have you dealt with energy leeches or people who, kind of suck your energy? And then if you have, I'm sure you have, then how do you protect your energy, and how do you make sure that you have good boundaries, healthy boundaries, and do you have any tips for healers
Mm.
out there to maintain healthy boundaries with clients? There are three
Yeah,
parts.
correct.
Yeah.
So energy leeches, yes, I have gone through in earlier days. What is to happen is I used to get attached to client story a lot, a
Mm,
lot. What has happened whenever client used to come up in anything, I used to get so involved in that problems that I whole day I was with the client. Means even after the
mm,
session is over, the client is messaging me and replying. I'm telling them this has to be done, that has to be done. Then again, I'm sitting and chatting with this person for half an hour, 1 hour. Even in middle of the night, this person is messaging me. I am answering to the calls, and again, I'm thinking oh the whole day that what more can
wow.
be done for this client. It was a very bad loop, and I started falling in. I did not know
Yeah.
until that a point that this is what is draining my energy. And then
Mm,
eventually I started, putting boundaries that until unless it's very necessary, we are not talking over WhatsApp. Whatever happens, happens in that 1 or 2 hours of the healing sessions that we hold every week. That's it. And after that, until it's very necessary or very emergency, we are not going to have a WhatsApp conversation every now and then, because certain things I tell them now that certain things you have to figure out on your own. I cannot be spoon feeding you. I cannot. So basically, what happened? I'm becoming the parent.
mm,
Whole day I'm counseling them, parenting them. So this is not happening. I am just your healer. I'll show you the way. Certain things that come after this, you have to figure out on your own,
mm-hmm,
and see to it that how you can handle your life. I cannot handle your life, or I cannot handle your decisions on your behalf. You
mm,
cannot come to me and ask me, should I do A or should I do B? It is completely your choice what you should do.
right.
You should take this decision or that decision. So, right now, I have put myself into that mode that this is it. My session is over and I'm out of this session. I'm not even talking about it now. Earlier, what used to happen, I used to talk to my husband and everyone. This happened, that happened. I'm feeling so bad about this client. That
Yeah.
this is happening, that is happening. This person is going through so much. So this client session is over, but the client is still with me. So right now, I just
Mm,
drop it. I just drop out of the session and that's it. It's finished. Only till the next session when I log in. That's it. When that the client comes in contact with me. And plus, before the session, always I have my own energy practices wherein I consciously disconnect myself from the client. I tell
mm,
myself that I'm just a channel for the healings. Their energies are not passing through me, they are passing through universal pathways that are going to the client. Whatever I'll be talking to the client right now will be all divine messages. It is not coming through me, anything. I am nowhere
mm,
connected. I'm just a channel and I'm just honoring those channels. That's it. That
mm,
I consciously do that. And after the session, also, I many times I have this candles. I always have candles besides me.
yeah.
And during the sessions, also, na, sometimes if I feel heavy energies, I always put my hand over the flame and I feel that this energies, whatever are coming to me, are getting disconnected right here.
Yeah.
So these two, three things nowadays, I just follow very disciplined way. I follow all these things. So I've
Mm-hmm,
seen a lot of changes in my energies nowadays. I don't feel drained after the sessions, or I don't fall sick between the sessions also. So earlier
mm,
I used to feel literally I used to feel drained. Or like during inner child healings and all, if the client is coming up with some, they're feeling very heavy at the throat. Like
mm.
during sessions, you feel that the heaviness is at my throat. The client used to tell. And after 2 days, I used to have sore throat. So that
Yeah.
used to happen earlier. So right now it's no. Even during Reiki sessions, I just give them the feedback that this is what I felt during the Reiki. And that's it. Whether you want
Mm,
to, apply it, implement it, not implement it, it's all up to you. And
yeah.
the next big thing I've started doing is I'm not taking any guilt of the client.
Oh,
Nothing.
yeah. What does
Otherwise,
that mean?
what had happened is I had a cancer patient. She was on her fourth stage. She had approached me in February. That time she was not so ill. So I told her, let's start the healings right away. But then she came to me in April. That time her condition had worsened. Doctors had given up completely and she was completely bedridden. And her sister came to me and she said that please heal her in 10 to 15 days. And I was like, that is not possible right now from me to heal her in 10, 15. I don't know how much time it will take. I can,
Yeah,
just guarantee that, she'll feel better. Pain will reduce. But right now I cannot tell you that it's not a magic wand, that I'll just do something and it will heal.
and it happened.
And eventually she died. And, after 15 days, I uh, told her that I want to disconnect right now from these healings. She was alive at that time. I told her I want to disconnect because I'm feeling very heavy because those family members were also, very much this, is she healing? Is she healing? Is the healings working? What is happening? She's suffering. So I was feeling that too much burden on me. I disconnected. I told
Mm.
them that I don't want to go ahead with these healings anymore. And after 10, 15 days, they called me and said that she is no more. So that 1 week, I was so much in guilt. I thought if I could, give her more
Mm.
healings, maybe she would have been saved. Maybe this, maybe that. But then eventually I learned I have to disconnect from this guilt. That was best for her.
Yeah,
Maybe that was best for her to soul to pass on to the next life and to,
yeah,
finally be away from that pain. I
yeah,
could do whatever I did. Final
yeah,
decision was of his whole soul. So that was a hard lesson for me to, just
yeah,
disconnect from my guilt. I can
yeah.
do all I can do is my part best. mm, I can do. Rest is, your destiny and your karma. And what is your soul decision? I cannot interfere in that. That is what I've learned very hard way.
It's Yeah, and it's so interesting to see this duality, Mansi. Sometimes they don't trust us at all, right? And they think that, for some people, of course. And then sometimes that they want us to like change everything within a few days or
Yeah,
a few,
true,
hours.
true.
And it's like that's not how it works. Yeah,
Not it
yeah.
works. True, correct. So
So
that's what I
that's why
tell
I
my
have,
clients that it's not timeline. I cannot give you a timeline. कि 2 दिन में ठीक हो जाएगा. Like you come to me and just bam and things will change. I cannot guarantee.
yeah,
Like people come to me even for this chakra healings and all. Na, within 3 days, will my chakras be balanced? Like if that was possible, everyone on the planet will be so enlightened. Don't you feel so? People will be enlightened in 3 days. That is not possible. I don't know who tells such things, but nowadays I bluntly refuse and I tell them whoever is giving you such guarantee, go to that people. I don't give that guarantee. That in three
yeah,
days, your chakras will be balanced, your traumas will be healed. I don't give that
yeah,
guarantees anymore. So yeah,
yeah.
this way.
And also, people don't understand, even if like energetically, we can balance out chakras, then if they're constantly thinking, bad thoughts, or if they're constantly
Correct.
stressed, or if they're constantly, not eating healthy, or whatever it is,
Mhm.
right? Their chakras will again be unbalanced, right? So they
Yeah,
have to take
true.
that responsibility themselves,
Correct.
right? Yeah,
Yeah, true. Healing is a
um,
lifelong process. It's never a
yeah,
destination. It's like your
yeah,
house. You clean every day, right? You clean your house every day. Every minute you have to clean your house. It is never really that this is it. For lifetime, my house is like this. It will no. I always tell
yeah,
people, even healers, you need healings. Even healers need healings. Even normal people need healings. Everyone needs healings. Till you're alive, you need healings. It's a continuous process. It's not a destination. Now I've healed. It's done. It's
yeah,
not that way.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. So, in our previous interview, we talked about inner child and what it really means. I would love to know your version of what is an inner child, and can does everyone have one? And, can they all heal it? And yeah,
yeah. So inner child is, to be very simple, you can say it's a smaller version of you who has gone through many things at that age where that he or she was not able to express things, not understand things, was such. always in a position where he has to take in things. He could not give back things to anyone around her. And
Mm.
it is not always that traumas have to be very big. Like, it is not that you have to go through some big abuse or some, really life changing situations. Small, small things. I mean, during my sessions, I've seen clients going through such small things in their life, but still it is
Mm.
impacting them in such a big way. Because, in that small moment, child does cannot rationalize things, good, bad. Like, many a times what happens when a sibling is born, that is a big turning point for many elder children. That is a big turning point. Till yesterday you were the heart of the family, and today someone else is born and people are not looking at you. They're just like everyone is around that
Mm.
small baby. So people come and tell me that that moment I felt like I just don't want my brother, I don't want my sister, because at that
Yeah.
moment you're not able to understand what is going on. You're not able to understand
Mm.
good bad, that this is going on for my good or going on for my bad things. What is it, what parents are thinking? What is it bigger picture? And you're not understanding. You're just taking everything on a face value. Everything is just whatever is said, you're taking it as it is. Suppose I
Yeah.
am today, if someone tells me you're not beautiful, I'll not feel anything about it. It's like, okay. But when I'm small and someone is telling me that you're not beautiful, you don't look good, that will create such a big impact in me. I'll really
Yeah.
take it on face value and become my identity. And I'll tell this every day to myself that I am not beautiful. I am not beautiful. I'll just believe whatever is going on around me. So these small, small things, fractures that you go through, and I call this as invisible wounds. These wounds cannot be seen, but they are there inside you. They live, breathe, take decisions on your behalf every day. Like I had gone through some major body shaming during my childhood. So till today, whenever I go to shop, I always feel, will this look good on me? Am I good enough to wear this? For people to wear this, they have to be very thin. They have to have a certain body type. Even today, I always think that. So that wound you carry for your entire life, that invisible wound inside you, it resides in you always. So that is why, you need to give it a voice. You need to give it a healing to understand that what it wants to say to you. And as we grow up, we master the art of suppressing things very beautifully. We just feel
Mm.
that I have grown up, I'm doing my job, today I'm earning well. So that's it. It's gone. But it is not gone. It comes up in the most vulnerable places in your life. It dictates every decision that you make. Every decision that you make, right, with respect to your job, with respect to your life partner, with respect to your friends that you choose, everything depends on all those invisible wounds that you're carrying in
Mm.
your energy body. See, the physical wounds are so easily seen and taken care of always, but the invisible wounds just get, you know, suppressed within you. And every
Yeah.
child goes through. Every child, I feel every child has a inner child trauma. Everyone growing up has all those traumas, suppressed inside you.
Mm. And you said that, it's kind of stays with you, so you can obviously work on it, right?
Yeah.
And heal
Yes.
that inner child, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
You can always.
And is there an age, Mansi, till when, we keep taking in a lot of information from people and, creating this image of ourselves?
I guess up to 18, 20 or
Oh,
21.
it's that. Okay.
Yeah, I feel because very, very vulnerable you are till that age. I think after
Mm.
25, 26, you are much stable in your life and things don't matter much into you. You
Mm.
start getting into that stability mode. And
Mm.
after 30s, I think you're much more sorted in your head. You know what you are and what you're not. Or you can say very few things affect you very deeply, especially after 30s. Very few things affect you very deeply. It's all the all the things that you have taken in for so long only affect you.
That keeps
New
working.
things, yeah,
Yeah.
those that keeps working. New things very rarely affect you. You don't feel anything. Even with friends and all, if there is here and there. And after that is even even if your friends stop talking to you suddenly, something happens, you can you find reasons that it's okay. But if it
Mm.
has been a pattern since childhood, then you get into that loop and you feel that it's always with me. Even in small, when
Mm.
I was small, my friends left me. When I was teen, my friends left me, and even today, this is happening. I've always been lonely my entire life. So that is
Mm.
where that inner child healings, are necessary, so that you look at the problem as it is and with the same gratitude as it is right now. Because right now, what happens, today someone talks, dumps me, everything from this 30-35 years comes up. It has always been this way. When I was small, first time when my mother abandoned me, right from that time till today, everything just gushes out. And it
Mm.
just comes out of your system that again it is there. Again, I'm in the same situation where I'm left alone. So if you
Yeah.
have healed all those things, and today if something happens to you, take it as it is, on it, as much as it has happened, and your
Right.
reaction changes to situations completely. It is not
Mm.
complete anger that is coming up from inside. Just want to do something. It is just temporary. That I did not like this. What happened? You come out of it easily. So that way, I feel that it does affect you.
If you had to give some, simple, easy practices, Mansi, for people to connect with their inner child or at least understand, what is it that's really uh the need or wish of the inner child, do you have such, can you suggest such practices to people?
Yeah. So basically, what I tell my clients is one thing I tell them is write a letter to yourself at least once in a month. Write a
Mm.
letter. Sit down and write a letter, just like you write a love letter to your love, a person you love most. Write a letter to yourself. There will be so many things that will unfold for you during the
Interesting.
time you write the letter. Anything it is. And as you proceed, you understand there are so many things that are hidden in this letter that you don't consciously understand that I'm going through. Show yourself love at least once in a month. Very necessary. Just I always tell them to stand in front of the mirror as it is. Just feel your
Yeah.
body once. Are you able to feel your body? Are you able to hug yourself? Just feel every part. Are you able to do that? And once you're moving your hands over your body, you'll start feeling that trauma inside you suddenly. And that time you understand that there's so much stored here inside me. So just every month, just stand two to three practices. Every day it is not possible, but at least, and every day what I feel is that I do for myself is whenever I sometimes crave, I don't like chocolates, but sometimes I crave for chocolates so badly. That time I understand this is not for me. This is for someone who is so little in me, and at least one bite I have, and it makes me feel so good. It makes me feel so good.
Mm.
I just go out and do. I like to sing a lot. I'm not a singer. I like to sing, and I don't know from where this comes, but I just stand in front of the mirror and I just sing. Just
Mm.
go out and I just sing like just like small children do.
Yeah.
I don't care who is watching, what are they thinking. And just give small things, that keep that child like innocence awake in you always. That gives nourishment to your soul. So these two,
Mm.
three things I do. Everyone knows, that what I like a lot.
Yeah.
Everyone knows, but we don't pay attention to it. And once you
Yeah.
start paying attention to those small things, like dancing, many people love to dance, but as they grow up, they feel so ashamed to dance it. How will I feel?
Mm.
Don't dance in front of 10 people. Whenever you're alone, just put on some music and just crazily just do dance. It gives
Mm.
you immense energy. Feel a different energy in you, boost. So
So
these
that's what
few
it
things.
means. That's what it means to connect with your inner child, right?
Yeah,
Mm.
correct. That inner
Mm.
self, as I told you about the chocolate. You know that I don't like chocolates at all. But who is demanding this chocolate right now?
Yeah.
And you understand it is a craving, is it an emotional need or the child need? When just with a small bite you're so happy, you understand this was for that small child inside me. This was not any emotional need for which I was eating a chocolate. I don't want to eat that entire bar. Just want to eat one small thing, which once I just goes down my throat, I feel so good. So these
Yeah.
small things I feel are very important to keep in touch with that inner child. And
True.
second most important is whenever going through something important, just hold yourself and tell, we are in this together. I am there with you. We'll go through this. We both are doing it together. Acknowledge that child within you always. Always hold his or her hand. And you will also
Mm.
feel that, that someone is with me in this. I'm not alone. And in that child will also feel that security that she is there with me. We both are there
Yeah.
in this and we can just go through this. So these small,
This is
small
so
things I do
powerful.
practice. Yeah. And I practice on my daily basis whenever I feel a need. I go
Yeah.
through this and it gives a different energy.
Wow. And Mansi, I just remembered one question that was popping in from, your previous sound meditation point. So there is something called Rag Malhar, and there are different types of ragas as well. So is that
Hmm.
also sound healing, like just listening to that music, or I mean, I think I read it somewhere that your emotional blocks can get cleared, like if you listen to certain kinds of music. So how does that work? Is it similar to what you just told us?
Yeah, yeah, yes, yes, it does. Like, mantra chantings. Every
Mantras
mantra has
also.
its own vibration. Every mantra has its own
Mm.
vibration. So whenever, if, as I told you, is sound meditations can be practiced on different, even simple clappings. Even if you clap with this, there are so many small, small chakras in your palms. When you just clap this way, even for 5 minutes, you'll feel a major shift in your energies. You can do that. You can ring some, in our households, there have always been bells. Ring bells
Bells.
in your house. It creates energies. Put some mantra. If you're not able to do dedicated meditations, put some mantra around you. It will immediately change the vibration of your room. So these are the small, small
Mm.
things that can be practiced instead of, if you don't have time for that one and a half hour of sound healings, incorporate this
Nice.
practices that
Mm-hmm.
will help you to change the vibrations inside you and around you immediately.
Perfect. Now, Mansi, just moving on to our last segment.
Yeah.
So, what really motivates you? So, apart from the healing world and the healer that you are, what else do you do and that keeps you happy?
My daughter, first of all, she is the main reason I can say uh, keeps me going
Yeah.
always because whatever I do, I always feel that there are small eyes looking up to me and following me so blindly. So that always
Mm.
motivates me to do right things, not right at least, but reasonably right things in my life, to take courageous decisions, to, keep going in my life. Because I always feel that those small eyes who are looking at me will be a precedent for her, for her entire life. That this is what my mother has been doing, and I have to take it forward. She's consciously, subconsciously, taking things from me. So that is the biggest motivation that I feel that I have. And secondly, I like my work and I do this work every day because I feel once you leave this world, you should leave this world with your work that stays in always. Always it will be there. So if I can, during my lifetime, if I can blossom at least two lives, That is enough for me. And I have tears in my eyes while saying this, but
Yeah.
I always feel that even if you can blossom, it does not matter how many clients you have, what is the number of income you have, and everything that is needed just for living your life. But if you're able to change that one life at least, it will stay in forever over here on earth. Even when you leave your body, it will stay. Your work should stay.
Right.
Your all the things that you have done so far, they should stay back. And it all depends on the choices that you make every day. So that truly motivates me to take
Mm.
steps. And as I told you, healing has always been there. Energy has, I've always been sensitive to energies right from my childhood. I don't know how, when I used to sleep with my own, uh, this, what you can say, my own bed cover and my own pillow. That was always there. Even I had to change rooms. My mother used to tell me that the pillow is there already in the other room. I used to tell her, no, but the energies are different. This pillow
Yeah.
carries my energy. And even in school, I was very empathetic girl. I even third, fourth standard, I used to help all the specially abled children in our class to do their homeworks. I used to sit back after the school because teachers used to scold them a lot. I used to feel very bad. I used to sit back after the school, complete their homeworks, teach them, I used to take their tuitions after the school, and then leave. I used to get tiffins for all the poor people in my class every day. And even if I'm on holiday, I have to make sure that tiffins will reach them always. So
Mm.
that's why I feel that I had to come on this path sooner or later. And I'm happy
Yeah.
I'm here finally. Yeah,
Wow.
exactly.
I'm sure people are also blessed to have your energies around. Because just speaking to you, like your energy is so healing.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. And like this podcast is about hopes, right? And miracles. So over the years, have you seen miraculous transformations? And it'll motivate our audience if you could share a few stories about how you've seen changes in people's lives.
Client's life, I can say, there has been miracles a lot. I've seen many miracles in client's life. I've seen miracles in my own personal life a lot. Today I'm
Hmm.
alive, I can say, because of miracles only. Otherwise, I would have dead. Three times I've faced death. I've seen death. I know what death feels like. What is that moment between life and death? That one
Mm.
moment. What is, I've seen that light. I've seen darkness. When death leaves you, it leaves you in form of a black shadow. I've seen that with my own eyes. I've seen that space where your memory completely, you don't have memory during that 2 moments. Your memory is gone. All you can remember is truly your karmas. I remember when in this ectopic surgery, when doctor had given up on my life, and there was a moment when my memory faded completely. I could not remember anything, but I remember just telling my husband, I'm sorry. Please forgive me for this lifetime, whatever I've done. That's it. So all you can remember is your important karmas that you feel like I want to get dissociated with this here only. So miracles I've seen a lot. I've seen, when TB was, I had gone through TB. Doctor had asked me my for platelets at that time. Suddenly, out of nowhere, there was no chance I had got platelets at that time. Even when dengue, I had got dengue also, my platelets had gone down till 1,000. And my internal bleeding had started because 1 lakh platelets are required in your body. And it was a time of Ganpati in Mumbai. And everyone, I needed fresh donors. And every donor that used to go for donations, that time, it was Ganpati last date. Mumbai, I think if you know, it is super crowded during Ganpati, super crowded. And most of the people were drunk. And I had started being breathless because doctor had now asked me not to even brush your teeth because if there's even little bit of blood, it will not stop. He had given
Mm.
out hopes on me, but somewhere from somewhere, a person appeared in, and it was raining so bad in Mumbai that day. He went on his bike for 14 kilometers, drenched in rains, gave platelets. I got platelets that night and I was saved. So
Wow.
if it was not miracles, I would have not been alive here. So that's why, and I always, to all my clients, I say, never give up on your story. Don't give up. Even if the whole world gives up on you now, don't give up on yourself. Keep believing in however your past might be, whatever you've gone through. Just keep going and believing in yourself. Start. It is nothing like it's very late now. Most of my life has gone. No, life
Yeah.
can start at any moment, any time, and things can turn around. It's just your decision,
Wow.
and
Yeah.
things do turn around. I've seen
Mm.
my patients, clients with high functioning anxieties coming back to normal, patients coming out of bipolars, patients coming out of very severe childhood abuses and all. And things do happen. It is just, as I told you, have faith over whatever you're doing. Even if, in our, my mother used to always tell me, if with faith, even if you eat mud every day, then again, still that mud will help you. But you need to have faith. The preceding factor should be faith. And don't have
Mm.
faith. I always tell my clients, don't have faith over me. Don't have faith over the modality. At least have faith over you, yourself. That, I am capable enough. And give that yourself a fair chance at least. That I'm capable enough to come through this. You don't know me, so don't keep faith on me. You don't know the modality. So forget about the modality. Have
Yeah.
immense faith in yourself. So that's what I feel about miracles. It is everywhere. You just need to
Oh.
create space.
I'm welling up just listening to your, different stories. I'm sure it'll inspire so many people out there.
Yeah,
Wow.
it will. Yeah. Your energy is also very great, Anisha. I'm feeling so overwhelmed. I don't know.
Really?
Really wish it was not you, I would have hugged you. Truly.
Thank you. Same here. I'm just feeling like there's so much love. But oh my God, I'm so honored and like so happy that you came on the podcast, Mansi. You shared your
Thank
stories.
you.
And yeah, and your words are like so infectious. I'm sure everybody will be, touched. And yeah, and Mansi, if anybody wants to get in touch with you, what's the best way to do that?
Uh, Instagram, my handle is Symphonity with Mansi.
Instagram. Hmm.
Yeah, or you can drop me a mail on symphonitywithmansi@gmail.com. Both the ways you can get in touch with me. Yeah,
Perfect.
that
I'll
way.
put that in the
Yeah.
notes. And yeah, and Mansi, any parting thoughts before we end?
Parting thoughts. Please heal. There is so much beauty to life. Then just, you don't know, there is so much beauty around you. You can tap
Yeah,
into so much more than you are today. You might be at 5, you can go till 500. Heal. Everyone needs healings, that I feel. You might need one
yeah,
session, 2 sessions, I don't know. But just give yourself that fair chance and heal, and get in touch with that true power inside you, that light. Everyone has that light. Once in lifetime, go beyond this 9 to 5 jobs and all, what government has created for us, and tap into those, yeah, those different energies and different vibes, and you'll blossom. Allow yourself
Mm,
that to blossom, into your best version, whatever you are. Give that fair chance to yourself to blossom.
wow.
You're just, going through life. You're not you're not even feeling it, inside you, that life. So
Yeah,
give
yeah,
yourself that chance to feel life inside you. It, every day, that good, bad, because I feel, people, disconnect from their emotions completely. Right now, if I ask you, how are you feeling? Answer is always good, standard answer. I'm feeling good. The standard
Yeah,
answer.
yeah,
You don't know how you're feeling. Are you feeling sad? Are you feeling happy? You have lost your sense completely. So
yeah,
heal yourself. Come and like understand yourself. Give yourself a chance. That's
yeah,
what I feel. Miracles are there around you. God is there. Whoever you trust, but trust someone, something.
or just yourself. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, of course, yourself and something more than yourself also.
Because that's anywhere inside, right? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's everything is inside. It's in you. And then you'll
Wow.
see many people come out to you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I'm sure, people will really, like you said, if they just know that they can blossom and they must blossom, if that's the only
yeah,
message they take from this interview, I think that's enough, right?
correct. Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
Oh. Perfect. So I'm going to put all this information out there, Mansi, so people can get in touch with you. And I'm again so honored and thank you so much
Yeah,
for coming.
thank you. Thank you so much for giving me this chance. And it was so lovely talking to you. As I said, if
Same
this
here.
was not so, I would have hugged you. First
Me
time
too.
meeting you, I never felt that this is the first time we are meeting. It was so
Yeah, we
easy.
definitely have a soul connection. Yeah,
Correct. True. Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you for a lovely time.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.